Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 6th. I think I just said February 6th to Aries, but whatever. You all know what day it is. I don't, but we're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. You have this odd jobs card, and it says, consider creating multiple sources of income. I think that is an excellent idea for pretty much everyone. I've been saying to pretty much everyone that, I think that, I've been saying this since like 2016, that we kind of are entering into like a gig economy, as they call it, whatever you want to call it, right? So if you're looking for like second I wouldn't even call them, I wouldn't even call it like a second job, but if you're looking for second opportunities to make more money, now is the time. I think that we are entering into a time where a lot of people will be doing things to make extra money. And the good news is that, everybody's worried about AI and stuff stealing jobs. But, there are things that robots can't do. And what I would say is, I feel like a lot of people there's going to be like a lot of opportunities that pop up here for people to make money with things that like talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that they already have. So, I feel that for a lot of you. I also feel like don't wait. I keep encouraging people to start your podcast, start your YouTube channel, start something. Because if you start building it now, and maybe even if you keep your job for another 10 years, that's like 10 years of YouTube experience is a lot. So if something happens, during Pluto and Aquarius where the robots take over or whatever, at least you've been doing something for 10 years, right? And you'll have something built up. But I do feel that some of you could be building something in the background. It's like maybe it's not like your main source of income right now, but it could become a main source of income in the future. It could become something that's like very significant in the near future as well. So I would get started now. You have the World, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, here's what I'll say, is that Three of Pentacles is like working on a masterpiece. It's a card of working on something that could lead to a lot of success. It's a card of quality work as well, so he has done a good job. The thing about this reading is that you go up to the Five of Pentacles. I feel like that Five of Pentacles is like saying, don't get discouraged. Like if you're working on a YouTube channel, obviously it's not going to take off overnight. For some lucky people, maybe it'll take off overnight, but I feel like this is saying just keep putting the work in and realize that, life is a marathon, it's not a sprint. I don't like cliche sayings, but, it's true. And what I would say here is that, I think you don't realize how valuable something could be. You have the Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, being really happy, good things happening to you or for you after a difficult period of time. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. That's not what the Ace of Cups means, sorry. But that's what I'm getting in my head is like fortune after difficulty. And so I'm not saying life is becoming super easy for you now, Leo, but what I am saying is I feel there's just a certain level of flow here where maybe you don't have to try so hard. Maybe you don't have to bang your head against the wall so much, like in work, in business, or career, whatever it is that you do. It seems to me like there's maybe you come up with an idea, maybe your first idea doesn't work, but maybe your second idea does. But maybe normally it takes 20 ideas, right? It just seems to me like there's a, I hope that makes sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it just feels like the universe is the winds are at your back. Let's put it that way, Leo. It's like you're being guided forward. I feel a little bit of love here. It doesn't seem to me like there is, there's a little bit of love here, but not really love reading is what I'm trying to say. I feel like if you want it, it's there. But other than that, I really feel that Ace of Cups is more talking about ease or not things being easy. But again, I want to say that you're kind of being pushed along here. You have the World card. Definitely an achievement coming in for you. So I feel like you've been working hard. I feel like you're just feeling good. Things are kind of, again, I don't know how to say it, but it's almost like you're a sailboat. And it's maybe there aren't these strong winds that are blasting you forward, but there's just wind in your sails now. There's it feels like there's just that a little bit of, kind of movement forward. Maybe it's if you've ever been walking on one of those moving sidewalks, in an airport, for example, that's what I'm getting. It's something is speeding you forward a little bit here, And I feel like all you have to do is get on the sidewalk, get on the moving sidewalk, right? And you'll be, kind of making a lot of progress this week. And for a lot of you, I feel this is in like work or business. We're going to double clarify this reading. We're going to use the, I can never remember the name of this deck here, the Gypsy Oracle or whatever it's called. And then we're going to clarify with the tarot as well. With the World, you have the Scholar card. Yeah, every single time I do a reading for you, there's something about education that comes up in the reading. So anything you can do to educate yourself, that would be a good idea. Again, if you are looking for wind in your sails, I feel like education, learning new things is going to be the thing that kind of speeds you up, that gets you moving forward. With the Ace of Cups here, you have this Merchant card. Definitely could be an increase in your finances. This is like a card of your ships coming in, kind of like the Three of Wands almost. So I do feel that you could be, the wind in your sails could be like results in your work. And again, I'm not really seeing, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not seeing like mind-blowing results. I'm seeing what I would call encouraging results, which I like actually. Sometimes I think we can become successful too quickly, but what I'm seeing here is kind of like more encouraging results where you're like, hey, my business is starting to work. It's starting to go in the right direction. Keep the momentum going is what this reading is saying. With the Three of Pentacles, you have this Misfortune card. I really feel like some of you have already experienced this misfortune just looking at this reading. I do also feel like it's saying do not repeat a story here going to the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a card of calling attention to your weaknesses. And this to me is really saying like you're changing your life. Don't go back into the coffin, which is your past life, right? I feel it's saying keep moving towards the future, keep moving towards like bigger and better things, and don't go backwards, basically. But let's see. With the Scholar and the World card, you have the Hierophant, education. It's like, the Hierophant always has a key on his card. So, the keys are kind of like learning is the key to future success. So learn as much as you can about whatever you're doing. With the Ace of Cups and the Merchant, you have the Seven of Wands. I do feel that some of you should maybe keep your ideas to yourself at this time. I'm a big fan of protecting your ideas. More so, if you tell the wrong person your ideas, then it can, they could say something like, oh, that's stupid, and then you don't do it. So I would say wait till after you've executed on your ideas and you have the results to tell people. With the Misfortune and the Three of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you've experienced misfortune, like I said. Nine of Wands says don't give up. I feel like some of you are kind of in this zone where I don't think you would ever give up. I think it's more like you're saying like, are things ever going to work? Are things ever going to go the direction I want them to go? And I would say yes. I feel like this wind in your sails type of energy here. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says you're going to master your material reality in the future. Are you kidding? There you go. I'm telling you right now, I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you in the near future. If you have a business, I'm getting something about like the way that you promote it, or there's like something about promotion here is what I'm going to say to you. And so if you have a business, maybe like learning about marketing or things like that would be a good idea. I would do those things if I were you. The other thing is I just feel for a lot of you that I feel like you're done with the Five of Pentacles. You have the Five of Pentacles here, but this is actually my favorite Five of Pentacles in the After Tarot, because there's a lady, she's like, you can tell that she's done. Like she's walking through the coldness. This lady right here. It's almost like she's saying, you know what? I'm going to stop like boo-hooing outside of this church here, and I'm going to go look for something better. It's like she has finally decided that she's ready to change her circumstances. And when we do that in life, I think that's a super powerful moment when people do that. And it's like you're having a very powerful moment this week where you're kind of standing up for yourself, which we see right here with the Queen of Wands. Empress, like, are you kidding? This is like glow up vibes right here. So go for it, Leo. You have the King of Cups here. If you want love, you could be attracting a person at this time. Could be a water sign, could be any sign. But I do feel like you could be attracting a person who I don't think they've really given up on love. I feel like they're close. Let's put it that way. So definitely something to think about. This person could have gone through a breakup. You go to the Five of Swords, but still could be a good person if you're looking for love. I also feel with the Star and this card in your reading, this card represents deep emotions. And I feel like tapping into your emotions about how you feel about the things that you do every single day and doing more of the things that make you feel good is really what this is kind of saying to me. You have the Judgment card here, which can represent like a wake-up call or some sort of awakening. I do feel like you're awakening to your true power going this way with the Empress and the Star, it's like you're waking up to something where you're going to have to be confident, but it's going to lead to success, obviously, like these two cards here. You also have the Hangman. I really just get this energy that you're ready. It's like you're ready for a change. You're ready to move forward. Hangman says you've put yourself in Hangman mode to gain enlightenment. But like at a certain point, it's like we've learned enough and then it's like time to get moving forward, right? And I kind of feel like that's where you're at with this energy here. With the King of Cups, you have the Priest card here. A lot of people have had this card this week, and it's like a card of your beliefs. So is the Hierophant. Sometimes I think when I get cards like this, it's just encouraging outside the box thinking. It's just saying, there are other ways of doing things, so, think outside the box. With the Judgment card, you have the Soldier card. Yeah, one foot in front of the other. Keep plugging along here and get on that moving sidewalk, like I said, because I feel it'll lead to success. You're ready for action is kind of like what I'm getting here. It's like you're ready to take action in a new direction. And with the Hangman, you have this card that says Pleasure Seekers on it. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you. I would encourage you to like celebrate or to have celebrations. Like don't just work through something. I'm a big fan. I've said this before. I'm a big fan of celebrating my successes now. I used to like rush right past them, which is what most people do. It's like they have a success, they just run right past it and they're on to the next one, right? But when we celebrate our successes, we attract more success. So celebrate your successes. With the Priest and the King of Cups, you have the Four Swords. I feel like recovery periods, so, take time to recover if you need it. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest this week as well, for sure. With the Judgment card and the Soldier, you have the Three of Wands. I said Three of Wands. You have that Merchant card right next to it. So it's like your ships are coming in. I feel like if you've been asking the universe for answers on things as well, it's like you're getting the answers you've been hoping for, or the universe is like finally responding to you in some way. With the Hangman and the Pleasure Seekers card, you have the Eight of Wands. Quick success. Going like this. Empress to the Queen of Wands. The thing with the Queen of Wands is we have to be like a little bit more bold and assertive. The other thing is that she kind of represents learning as you go, so she kind of represents entering into a situation where maybe you don't know all the details. So if you're entering into anything new relationship, new business, go in that direction, it'll probably be successful. Next in the area of what you need to know right now, you have this Moon card. It says you will be guided through darkness. So clearly you will be guided at this time. I kind of feel this right here is encouraging a risk. Five of Pentacles, Empress to the Nine of Cups, total fulfillment, and also the Star. The Five of Pentacles, again, is a card of feeling like you don't have the resources necessary to do something, but I really feel like you do here, Leo. I feel like you have the resources necessary to be successful, but I feel like you need to not focus on your weaknesses. I always say the medicine for the Five of Pentacles is to not call attention to your weaknesses. Again, every tarot card has a solution. I know some people read the tarot like it's a prison sentence, but it's not. So, what I would say here is the solution to the Five of Pentacles is to focus on your strengths. And, in business, for example, that could mean that you have to hire people to pick up the slack on something that you're not good at. But that's the whole point of the card in the first place. So I feel like you're doing that. I feel like you're sitting in the right energy as well with the Empress. It's kind of interesting because I kind of get a little bit of leadership energy on the Empress, even though she doesn't necessarily represent a leader. I still kind of get that energy where you're kind of like leading, but more by example. So I like to see that. I also clearly feel there's like a lot more abundance coming in here. You have the Nine of Cups. I would make a wish at this time. I do feel with the Nine of Cups to the Star card, this is like wish fulfillment. I also feel like it's encouraging you to make a wish. So let's see what's going on here. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Surprise card. Yes, I love this card. It's like he's fishing up a bag of money on this card. So I feel for some of you, there is a surprise, probably in some place where you least expect it, or it's probably in a place with the Five of Pentacles where you have to be strong. It's like this could be you doing something new that takes a lot of work in your business or taking the risk. I also am getting here that some of you, the risk you could be taking is like maybe you've tried a bunch of things in business or work, and now you're like tired and you're like, if I waste any more time, I'm going to lose my mind. And so I feel like some of you, it's like you're kind of putting a lot, it's almost like the risk you're taking is time, like the amount of time you put into something. This could be in love as well. It's like maybe you feel like you've wasted a lot of time in love and you're saying like, if I waste my time on this person, I'm going to lose my mind. But I feel like this is a good surprise. With the Empress, you have the child card. So, I would be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant. Obviously, if you are, then congratulations. I would say go for it. But this could also be you being pregnant with an idea. Obviously, it's like, right, we don't just, do the deed and then the baby pops out, right? It takes 9 months. So that is popping into my head. If you remember what I said, do not get discouraged on that Five of Pentacles. I said that at the beginning of the reading. It's almost like if something is rushed, it's going to come out. It's not going to be fully developed. So I feel like this is saying, like, take your time. It's like, yes, I know that when life gets uncomfortable, we want it to change very quickly. But I feel like this is saying whatever you're working on, like, allow it to grow arms and legs and a head and everything else that it needs. Don't rush it, right? And also raise it like a baby. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Hope card. We see a lot of hope here in your reading. Empress, Star card. These can all be cards of hope, faith, renewal, like good things coming in. So like I said, it's like this reading is like the wind in your sails, like I said. With the Five of Pentacles and the Surprise card, you have the Fool. Take the risk, take the leap of faith. We've been talking about this. With the Empress and the Child, we have the Two of Cups, love. If you're attracting love, it could be like you could be the mother of this person's children or vice versa. Take it how it resonates, but definitely could be love. If you're not looking for love, again, and even if you are, I mean, this could still be like a business idea. I get something about an idea. Didn't I say this to you in your last reading? I keep getting this message about an idea where it's like you just have an idea. It's in the gestation period where it's just like a baby. It's not even fully developed yet, right? So it's like something needs more nurturing, caring energy, more thought put into it. Probably needs more nutrients, right? Like you have to get started on working on whatever it is. Here, I kind of get that feeling, but it'll be good. Two of Cups. With the Hope card and the Nine of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, love it. Ace of Pentacles is a card of success, but funny enough, this card is like a garden. It represents something that you have to nurture into existence. So there you go. There's clearly like a big opportunity coming in for you here, Leo. Next, you have this Fish card that says, pay attention to your dreams. Yes, literally, I feel like you need to pay attention to your dreams. I feel like you need to pay attention to the things that you dream about as well. So that's what I'll say there. I had a weird dream last night about a volcano, so I don't know. It was like I was there. It was pretty weird. So I don't know. We might see some volcano stuff in the news. There's your warning. But what I would say here is that for a lot of you, I feel like this is saying you have something that you are dreaming of accomplishing. You have the Star right here. So the Star is like having a North Star. It's having something to aim at that you want to create in your life. I feel like you could be creating a lot of success with the Star card. I feel like you could be creating a lot of abundance as well. But the Star represents like having to work towards that North Star. So I would get to work here. You have the Queen of Wands, very attractive at this time, Leo. So if you're looking for love, I would get out there. But I also feel more, the Queen of Wands, she's kind of my card of like learning as you go. It's like you have this direction you want to move in. You have a risk that you want to take, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But, she doesn't know all the answers. But that's the whole point of the Queen of Wands, is that she finds the answers. She doesn't care that she doesn't know the answers. She just moves in that direction. So I would get moving with this Queen of Wands here. You have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is like taking a risk. So I do feel there's like a risk that needs to be taken at this time. And, again, this last row here represents the good stuff. So it doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be positive no matter what. And I feel like this is like a good risk that you're taking is what I would say here. So let's see, Leo, with the Queen of Wands, you have the gift card. Are you kidding? There's like a gift from the universe coming in for you, and it's like a baby. But it could be a baby, but it doesn't have to be a baby. Again, it could just be something new. But again, I would really take care of whatever this new thing is, whether it's an idea, a business that you're already working on, but maybe you have a new idea inside the business, right? But it needs that, gestation time is really what I'm getting in this reading. With the Star card, you have this Sorrow card. Again, this is the good stuff, so this is going to be positive no matter what. Looks to me like you're entering into a time of happiness. With the Five of Swords, you have this Consolation card. This is like a consolation prize. I feel like you've really been through it. Remember what I said? It's like this week is like the wind in your sails. There's something very uplifting about this reading. And it's maybe not necessarily even your emotions. It's more like the progress that you're making this week. So I really love this for you, Leo. Feels good. With the gift and the Queen of Wands, you have the Sun, you showing up in a very strong position. Remember what I said about you taking the lead. That would definitely make sense. With the Star in the Sorrow card, you have this Knight of Wands moving in new directions. I feel like you're really taking the lead as well. The Knight of Wands, he kind of like moves towards his desires. I don't think this is a person coming in for you. I feel like this is more saying that you need to follow your desires. Like he desires to do something, he does it. So, move towards something you want to create. With the Five of Swords and the Consolation card, you have the Justice card. It's like the universe is giving you karma. Or like the universe is kind of rewarding you for doing the right thing in your life or having done the right things in your life up until this point. So, love it. We're going to see 5 main themes now. You have this handshake card. It says a meeting with a stranger could be important. Yes, definitely. Especially in business for a lot of you. I wouldn't rush right into any of your relationships. I'm not even talking about love here. What I feel like this is saying is I do get like an energy here of just like allow people to, don't do everything for people is what I feel like this is saying. Like allow for people to prove that they're worth your time here, Leo. And I don't mean this in a selfish way. I mean this like as in don't just like be too overgiving at this time. I kind of get that here. You have this flag card. It says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Exactly what I was just saying. Like, do not lower your standards. I even think for those of you that are looking for love, that there could be love coming in for you that is like higher than your standards. Maybe you're like, this person's better than me or way too good for me or whatever. Don't say that, number one. Number two, I kind of feel like it's the universe is like saying, are you going to continue to go back to the same old bozo type of person, or are you going to go towards someone who's like a star? I literally feel there could be maybe not like a famous person, but I'm just saying like a star in your eyes, like a good person. It's interesting to me that a lot of people this week have had the Sun and the Star, by the way, which is like fame and fortune. And really, I think it's Pluto and Aquarius. I keep saying with Pluto and Aquarius, for whatever reason, every time I think about Pluto and Aquarius, like when I'm meditating or whatever, I see people like standing in the limelight. Again, I'm not saying that everyone's going to become famous. What I am saying is I think that attention is going to be very, very important during Pluto and Aquarius. So get positive attention. You have this carrot card. It says opportunity or windfall, or yes. The Ace of Pentacles, I would be moving towards any opportunities that come your way. It's going to be worth it. You have this dogs card. It says getting together with friends. Yes, I feel like definitely you need more of that, like having fun, doing things that you enjoy, all that other stuff. You also have this V card that says victory in some endeavor. We saw some pretty big victories here, Leo, so this is a really good reading. I like where this is going. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.